What's up, y'all? You know who it is. I'm gonna do this thing straight off the cuff, like I normally do. Wait, hold on. Let me stop this video for a second. Not stop the video, but let me take care of something. All right. Sorry, guys. I had to stop that. I was hearing the other video. I'm watching the video on YouTube, and it was coming through my headset, and I just couldn't function. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this off the cuff. The title is Xbox fanboys, be prepared to be upset. Be very, very prepared. I'm going to make this video first before I head outside. It's lovely weather out there in Atlanta today. So, but yeah, be prepared to be upset. You know, there are a lot of Xbox fanboys out here on the internet, on the internet in general, on Twitter and YouTube, and they seem to think that with the announcement of the Scorpio, that all of a sudden everything is going to change for Xbox. They think that they're going to get the same headlines that Sony got about resolution and frame rate and Digital Foundry is going to do all these comparisons and that whatever the Xbox Scorpio version is better than the PlayStation version. Say, just be prepared to be upset when you guys don't get that. As you can see, the narrative has already started changing. It's being centered more on big AAA games. You see it already in the comments. You see it already on the IGNs and the big websites already. You already see that. Not that they're claiming anything, but this is the thing that I think it should have been focused on from the beginning. And this is how I get labeled as a fanboy of Xbox, because I like what Microsoft did. A lot of people weren't fond of the DRM and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't really concerned about that. Like I said, I've always been a multi-console owner, so I already had in my head that I was going to buy all of them. What Xbox was doing was different, and the PlayStation 4 was going to be my main console, and I was just going to try out the Xbox and see, how that DRM thing or how that was going to play out. I never wanted two of the same devices in my home, so I was very interested to see where Microsoft was going with their plan. And so, for me, like at the start of this generation, like I loved PlayStation 3 and I loved it because of what they delivered. And that was the big AAA, like their games were fucking awesome. Like God of War, The Last of Us, those kind of games were my favorite games. And to see the way they came out this generation, it was almost like I bought a PlayStation 4, and it wasn't giving me what I've known them to give me. But on the other hand, the Xbox was. When you look at the games that they launched with, and a couple years after that, they were giving me what I wanted. Those big AAA games that push the hardware. You know what I mean? Those are games. The reason why I upgraded or bought a next generation console was to see those consoles be pushed. And Sony kind of let me down in that aspect for the first couple of years. Now they're rolling. Now they are where I expect Sony to be as far as their games are concerned. But when Xbox launched, they had the Killer Instinct, a fighting game. People say Xbox doesn't have diversity, but what I think they really mean is they don't have too many Japanese games. From that, they had Killer Instinct, a fighting game. They had Forza Motorsport, which is a driving game, and they had Dead Rising, which is an open world, weird, quirky game, and they also had Rise, which was my favorite genre. Is like I don't want to call it a genre, but it's the almost like Xbox's God of War, not as good as God of War, but it was that kind of title that I liked. You know what I mean? It was heavy on pushing the hardware. It was an epic story. It was a really great game. After that, you had Titanfall, which was exclusive at the time. Then you had Sunset Overdrive. Then you had Forza Horizon. Like Xbox was hitting it, and then on top of that, it had after that came out, they had Quantum Break. And they just had games that I really appreciated. Sony had their games too. They had their Infamous, their Killzone, but not, in my opinion, not to the extent of Xbox. Now, for me, like I felt like they should be judged on these consoles should have been judged on their body of work. The games that they put out. For me, it's always been about consoles that or games that push the hardware. And again, this is how I came across as a Xbox fanboy because I like what Microsoft was giving me. All right, and so now it feels like as soon as the Scorpio got announced, it feels like all of this resolution talk and like there was a video almost every day saying, this game is this amount of whatever P's on this console and it's this amount of P's on the Xbox console. There was comparisons between that, from the beginning. Now it feels like, to me, in my opinion, that narrative is changing. People are saying, "Oh, Scorpio is coming out, but PlayStation has this game coming. PlayStation has that game coming. Games that I love, games that I'm going to pick up. Like if a God of War comes out and pick it up, you know what I mean? If the next Last of Us comes out, I'm going to pick that fucking game up. It's going to happen. So I just feel like that narrative is changing now. By the time Scorpio launches, that's what people are going to be saying. That's what the IGNs and that's what the fanboys of PlayStation are going to be saying. They're going to be saying, so what if you have 4K 60 frames per second? We got God of War. Where's your games at? You can see it's already happening. So there you go, Xbox fanboys. Be prepared to be upset. Be prepared to be I don't know, what is it, triggered. Be prepared to be triggered. You're going to see a lot of, for the rest of you guys, you're going to see a lot of videos of certain individuals saying, saying whatever, bias in the media. Just be prepared for that because it's going to happen. But anyway, this is Psycho Gamer. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section and let me know what you guys think about it. And that's it. This is Psycho Gamer, and I'm out. Peace.